Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and the cheapest coins anywhere, make sure you guys check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order. Link is in the description.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the best abilities to use in Madden 22 Ultimate Team. Now, a couple things I want to say first before we get into this video. These are just, in my opinion, of course, the best ones. I have played a lot of online games. I have played, I think, about 50 head-to-head games between playing Draft Champions, because I've been playing a little bit of Draft Champions, trying to get those wins for Camp Chancellor, because those are pretty easy wins, honestly, in Draft Champions. There aren't any abilities over there, but it kind of just helps you, obviously, know more about the actual gameplay, especially when you're playing without abilities, versus when you play MUT head-to-head, which I have over 40 games currently played of MUT head-to-head. So I've seen a lot of people using abilities. I have been using abilities myself. These are the ones that I can definitely tell work, and I'm going to talk about some of the ones that I've personally been testing, which ones I feel like at this point in the game you don't really need, and of course a lot of this could change. I know there's going to be a lot of patches coming very soon with zones, a lot of different stuff, but we're going to get into all that. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Noah Redmond for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the video, make sure you guys are subs to the channel, to notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, tomorrow, I'm actually giving away an Xbox Series S. So if you guys made it for that giveaway, all you guys gotta do, drop a like in the vid, make sure you sub, turn that Noti bell on, and comment down below the secret on this video and every video, because on August 25th, I'm gonna go through and select a random video that I uploaded from August 12th to the 25th and pick a winner. So comment down below abilities and leave where to contact you, for Twitter or Instagram. I'm going to go through a couple of positions and really just go over which abilities I feel like right now I have definitely seen work, some abilities that of course still work, and maybe some abilities you need or don't really need. So when it comes to wide receivers, what are some abilities that I have seen? And of course, I'm not really going to be so much talking about the X factors because it doesn't really all that matter much. I won't say though, Double Me this year definitely seems to be working. I'll tell you that much. But when it comes to wide receivers especially, I feel like if you're going to use any abilities, obviously, you know, mid and elite, mid out elite, deep in elite, deep out elite, these abilities do still work. You are going to see some separation there, some better catches and everything. Personally, I haven't really been running those ones. Of course, outside apprentice, depending on your scheme, there are some abilities that you could say you need, and that's just your scheme and kind of how you run things. For me personally, I don't really need an outside apprentice. Maybe in a little bit here when we get kind of more accustomed to the game and I learned a little bit more about the gameplay. And of course, right now, I just don't really feel like you need it with how bad zones are. Especially, I feel like you just don't need outside apprentice. You don't need those special routes. This could be something we look into in the future, but when it comes to wide receivers, route technician. I have definitely seen with route technician, and a lot of people are running route technician right now because you are getting those quicker cuts. And especially if you're playing on next gen where the cuts are so slow when it comes to running slants and out routes and corner routes, whatever, with the route technician, you do get some quicker routes. Of course, quicker routes, more separation. I feel like when it comes to wide receivers, that's really the one you want to be running. However, I will say, especially on next gen, when Playmaker comes out, when we get some players that can get Playmaker, I am very interested in seeing this because with how hard it is to actually use her in this game right now, especially on next gen, man, if you're playing next gen, it's so hard to be covering a slant and then someone Playmakers them and then they go up like a second later. When Playmaker comes out and it's instant, it's gonna be about impossible to cover them. So Playmaker is one I would definitely look into. When it comes to, you know, wide receiver apprentice, well, it's not out yet, but again, that is something you could potentially look into in the future. Evasive, jukebox, all that. I don't really feel like that's very needed. I know that Devin Hester here doesn't get it, but when it comes to running backs, wide receivers, whatever, I don't really feel like you need it. I actually feel like the jukes and spins this year are pretty good. Also, little note I want to throw into here with route technician before someone comments that it is broken. It does actually work, but it's really only going to work when someone's running man coverage versus you. That is when you'll see it activate and you'll see it. Now, currently with the way that offensive linemen play and how defensive linemen play, I'm going to be honest, at this point last year, because edge threat was just so good, and there were some players that got edge threat, I would have said edge protector on your left tackle and your right tackle, I would have thought to be absolutely necessary. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't run any abilities on offensive linemen at this point in the game, which last year, especially towards the end, I was running 2 edge protectors and then a post up even on a guard to help with double teams there. And to be honest with you, it's just, I don't really think that it's worth it because pass rush just does not seem to be very effective right now, and edge threat is broken. I'm pretty positive that it is broken. If you don't believe me, go check out my Von Miller gameplay over on Zirksee 2. It didn't work. It would light up. Nothing happened. Edge threat just doesn't work at all right now. So until that gets fixed, I don't really feel like offensive lineman abilities are even needed. Edge protector, don't feel like it's needed at all. These other ones we already know, most of these don't work. Edge protector does work. Post up, I know that one does work as well. If you want to run identifier, then you can run identifier with Bruce Matthews. If you power him up all the way, you can get that in tier 3. So you can highlight the defender your opponent is controlling. I know a lot of people like to run that. Personally, I don't really care to run that. So for me personally, at this point in the game, guys, I don't really feel like offensive linemen need abilities on them. Don't waste the AP. Now, it is unfortunate that at this moment in time, guys, tight ends, there is only one tight end in the game that actually gets it. But tight end apprentice, I really feel like this is a very, very good ability right now. I know that you could go with outside apprentice or whatever on wide receivers, but tight end apprentice is very, very glitchy because you get a lot of really, really good routes like the crosser route, which I personally love to run with George Kittle. And George Kittle is the only tight end in the game right now to actually get tight end apprentice. I don't even believe you guys actually have to power him up to use, so you don't even have to power him up. But tight end apprentice, I feel like is just so good right now. Obviously, you don't have Kittle, then this doesn't really apply to you. You can't really use that. Now, a lot of people, I think, have already kind of caught on to not using linebackers. So unless you run into someone that is using linebackers, matchup nightmare to me, don't really care all that much about it when it comes to tight ends and in general, just with any players here. Now, there is another ability that I really, really like right now in the game, but very similar to Kittle. It is only on one player, which I didn't also mention it with the wide receivers, is honorary lineman, and it is only available with Brandon Marshall. And that is it. The only player in the entire game right now to get honorary lineman. But impact block wins versus DBs, I have seen him destroy a cornerback on a block. So honorary lineman, I really, really, really like on Brandon Marshall. It is, as I said, only on Brandon Marshall. It's 2 AP. So if you get it on him and you like to run the football, if you run the football at all, I definitely think this is potentially worth it. Seeing as how I don't really feel like you need to waste AP right now on your offensive line. Why not use honorary linemen and just pancake DBs? Now, when it comes to running backs, there are only 2 abilities I really care about at all, and that'd be backfield master and then running back apprentice. Now, you guys can see running back apprentice gives you 4 additional hot routes when lined up at running back, and backfield master gives you more hot routes and improved catching from the backfield. Now, really the only thing I really care about would be the hot routes there. So the extra routes, essentially. The main thing I care about, because it's such a crucial route to me, and I feel like it just works so well, is the Texas route. So with that, I do know that LaDainian Tomlinson, I believe maybe the only player in the game currently that actually gets backfield master. But when it comes to running back apprentice to get those additional routes out of the backfield, I know that CMC gets it, and Alvin Kamara, I believe, are the only 2 other running backs as of the time I'm making this video. So in terms of if you're picking up a running back and you want great abilities, I think you want to go with either LT or CMC. I think Kamara's a little bit too slow. So that way you get those additional routes. Obviously, someone like Derrick Henry, that's just not going to apply to someone like Derrick Henry. You know, maybe you want to try out Bulldozer over there. But I really feel like the best running back abilities would be backfield master or running back apprentice. And then finally, when we come down to the quarterbacks right now, guys, I feel like set feet lead is probably the best ability you guys can currently use on quarterbacks. It gives increased throw power when leading bullet passes with set feet. Now, also, I know Inside Deadeye last year was so good, and it was actually glitched. Someone can let me know down below if it is still glitched, where perfect pass accuracy on throws inside the numbers. Last year it was glitched, and it would literally be on every single throw. It would just be perfect pass accuracy. But to be honest with you guys, I have really missed throws. Now, I will say with set feet lead, sometimes if you try to actually like direction the pass to the inside or outside, and it's very rare, but I have seen it happen myself, set feet lead does sometimes cause those passes to just completely sail and miss. So that is a little bit disappointing there, but with the increased throw power, you're going to get there slightly faster and also have that little bit extra velocity on it and get a little bit more separation, have the ability to throw a little bit farther with quarterbacks. That's why Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen right now, those two guys are so good because they both get set feet lead. Obviously, Johnny Unitas as well, but Johnny Unitas kind of has a slow release. Quick draw, that's good. Faster throwing animations under pressure. Still feel like set feet lead is definitely the best one there, though. One I've also seen people talking about would be right here, pass lead elite. So increased throw power when leading bullet passes. I've seen some people saying that they are running that currently, but personally, I'm just running set feet lead. And when it comes to the defensive side of things, guys, I 100% believe if you are making a defense, use Acrobat on all of your DBs. I'm talking cornerback 1, cornerback 2, cornerback 3, strong safety, free safety, whoever you have out there in coverage. Put Acrobat on them. Right now, just zones are so busted, they don't really work. However, I've added Acrobats players, and they make plays. They really do make plays. They'll get the diving swats. They'll get some crazy diving interceptions. If you're using any abilities on DBs right now, and I absolutely, truly believe this, if you have any amount of training points and you're looking to spend on your defense, don't worry about any of their abilities. Put Acrobat on your DBs. And that is without a doubt, in my opinion, the most important ability currently in all of Madden 22. Use Acrobat. Now, when it comes to pass rushers, if you want something on your defensive line, there are really like 2 abilities that I would potentially look into. Like I said, edge threat, it just doesn't work. Edge threat, just straight up, it does not work. El Toro, these other ones, I really haven't tested a lot of these out because, as I said, just pass rush does not seem to be working that well. And I face people that do have abilities on, and they're not really getting any pressure on me. Now, I am running under pressure with Von Miller. To be honest, haven't seen a ton of it just because I haven't been able to actually get close enough to the quarterback to get him under pressure with Von Miller anyways. But on Aaron Donald, I am currently running under pressure, and I have seen him come in a little bit, get some under pressure, and cause some inaccurate throws. So under pressure, I do know, seems to be still working. I've been able to get some pressure there with Aaron Donald. Can't seem to really get Von Miller to do anything and get close enough to actually activate that. But the other ability that I would recommend you guys use if you have it available on your players, and I only run this on my really interior defensive linemen, that'd be inside stuff. That definitely works again. So really, in a perfect world, I would really like to have potentially 5 DBs with Acrobat on them, so that would take 10 AP. And then if I had a run stuff defensive lineman, I would run inside stuff with them, and boom, that would be it. Unfortunately for my team, I don't have a run stopper defensive lineman currently that I actually have it on the field a lot, so I don't have inside stuff. That's why I'm actually running under pressure on Von Miller and Aaron Donald, and then I have Acrobat on all of my DBs except for one, and that is unfortunate. It's just because he can't get Acrobat, and that is Fabian Moreau. But every other DB on my team that sees the field, they have Acrobats. Aside from my middle linebacker users, because obviously that doesn't really matter too much there, but those are without a doubt, in my opinion, the absolute most needed abilities in Madden 22. I feel like on defense, you need Acrobat, and I would say either inside stuff or under pressure. I personally don't even care about any other ones. If you guys have used any of these other abilities, please let me know down below if they have worked for you. But offensively, I don't really feel like offensive linemen really need it. If you have Kittle, throw a tight end apprentice on him. Wide receivers, route tech for sure. If you happen to have a running back that gets running back apprentice or backfield master, throw that on them. That feet lead on a QB, I feel like is really crucial right now. And then finally, honorary lineman, maybe, if you only have Brandon Marshall. So with that being said, guys, hope this video did help you guys out. And if it did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.